Hello friends, after watching my video on the objectives of financial management, let's move further and try to understand the approaches of financial management. So at the end of the session, you will be able to understand the approaches of FM. Friends, basically the financial management has two approaches. One is traditional approach and another one is a modern approach. According to the traditional approach, it is mainly concerned about the procurement of funds, which answers the question of determining the financial needs, raising of funds from banks and private institutions or other sources, raising of funds via shares, debentures and bonds, etc., and then planning for accounting and legal aspects associated with this fund raising activity. So in short, the traditional approach was only concerned about procurement of funds for business requirements, whereas the modern approach is little wider and it covers all the several aspects of finance. So the modern approach talks about four things: financing activities, investment activities, liquidity activities, and then dividend policy decision makings. So in short, it coverages not only the financial ratings but also takes care of its investment, also talks about the liquidity and solvency aspects, and at the same time, at the end of the show, when you get profit, what to do with it. So profit planning is also considered. So I believe a modern approach of financial management is a wider way to look at the financial management activities. Friends, we need to better understand finance and its relations with other fields of management. So relation of finance management and economics. As you all know, management is all about managing the funds efficiently and effectively, whereas economics are the senses of how economy is doing. So it talks about the demand and supply scenario, it talks about the taxation and revenue structure of the economy, it talks about the elasticities of demand, it talks about the economies of scale, it talks about the GDP, NGP, foreign exchange, foreign reserves, currency, international market, and it also talks about the indicators of stock markets, which shows the reflexes of the economy. So friends, these particular understandings of economics are very important for someone to pursue the studies of financial management. So the learnings of financial management or the relations of financial management with economics is that you need to have an understanding of economics to become a better finance manager. So this is the relation between financial management and economics. If we have to look at the relation between financial management and accounting, in accounting what we did, accounting is a scientific approach of making the recordings of all the financial transactions that happens into the company. So you might have seen the preparation of ledger, trial balances, you might have seen balance sheet, you might have seen the several documents like preparation of the stores ledger account, standard costing, marginal costing, preparations of budgetary statements. So these are nothing but the accountings. And what is financial management? Financial management will use all these recorded facts out of the accountings to use them by playing with the numbers and the several variables that are mentioned in the accountings. So financial management actually makes better decisions on the basis of the facts and figures being recorded by accounting. So you can say financial management uses the records of accounting and makes better business decisions to improve the better performance of a business organization. If you have to see the relation between FM and production management, see, for every better production management, you need to have the right quality of materials in right quantity at the right point of time. But all these things are possible only if you have better finances available with you. So the success of production management is solely dependent on the success of financial management. So this is the relation. If you have to see the relationship between financial management and marketing, friends, marketing is all about planning the 7 P's. You know, the price, promotion, place, packaging, So all these things can only be successfully implemented if you have a sufficient funds available with you. You may have a better idea of advertisement, you may have a better plan of sales and promotions, but unless you have availability of funds, you cannot run to those strategies. So friends, the input of financial management in the form of sufficiency of resources can only lead to the success of marketing activities. So yeah, marketing is also solely dependent on to the financial management. And lastly, financial management and HRM. You may have best of the best human capital available with you, but unless you will pay them wisely, unless you will pay them innovatively, unless you will create a better career progression possibilities to them, unless you will have a better possibilities for their retirement plannings, you cannot have a better version and better performances out of the human resources that are employed to you. So friends, you need money to run all these things. Also, to equip your human resources with the latest technologies, you better require the training and developmental activities to get implemented. But unless you have availability of funds, you cannot run to these activities. So the success of HRM again lies with the fact that you have success of financial management. So in short, if I have to say the relation of finance with other disciplines of management, the simple answer is every business activity or every business operation in an organization, whether the smaller or the larger one, can only be possible if you have a success of financial management. So the success of FM is the possibility for success of all the activities of the business. So friends, this was something that I was attempting to let you understand. I hope you have understood it. If still you have certain doubts, you can contact me. These are my details. Thank you for watching my video and keep an eye for the new one. Thank you.